Hi, I'm Gavin Glixman. I'm here with Ian Wright today. And where have you brought me today, Wrighty?
I brought you to the Mayfair Hotel, my room at the Mayfair, Gav, because you're my friend.
Okay. Looking at the battle for survival, QPR obviously still in trouble despite changing managers, bringing Mark Hughes in, spending a fair bit of money in January. You've sort of been accused of saying that they wouldn't pick up another point until the end of the season. Would you like to set the record straight?
Well, yeah, because obviously I've got a vested interest in QPR. I don't want nothing to happen to QPR. I want QPR to stay in the division. But when asked how I see the fortunes going, and you look at the games they had, and it was a real tough running, and the way they've been playing up to now with the bad luck and just the fact that they just can't seem to get a result. You look at it, and I said they might struggle to get some points, get more points, get any points for the rest of the running, depending on their luck. So, of course, people are going to jump on that, and people have jumped on it in Twitter. But it's I will only say it as I see it. I'm not going to say, oh, yeah, QPR are going to survive and this and that. Of course, I want them to survive because I want Sean to play Premiership football. I want QPR to be in the Premiership. I think they've got the kind of fan base and the stadium and the manager who should be in the Premiership. But that doesn't give you credence to being there. And QPR are going to have to perform to stay in there. And when you look at their running, like I say, it's going to be hard. Now, I just said that, and people take it how they take it, because obviously QPR fans, they see me there and they see Sean and they think, oh, I'm always going to support him. I'm not going to say QPR are going to tear up the league when, you look at some of the games that they've got and you think to yourself, oh, hopefully, fingers crossed that they do, but I'll say it as I see it. And that's why I get so much stick off of Arsenal fans. They don't like to hear some of the things that you've got to say, but I think any QPR fan would look at the running and look at current form and see how it's going. You'd say, well, where are we going to pick up? Well, I think they've got Man United. I think they've got Arsenal. I think they've got Chelsea. You know what I mean? With games like that now, hopefully they can get something. But if you're going to be totally honest about the situation, out of those three games, you've got Man United who are most probably going to be going for the Premiership. Arsenal are going to be going for trying to finish in third. Now, I think they've got Tottenham to play as well. QPR, Chelsea. I'm not sure if they've played Chelsea twice yet. I think they've
still got a plan.
Exactly. So you look at those four games alone, and you think to yourself, well, are they going to get any points out of that? That's just being realistic. And then it's all about confidence then. So I don't feel like I have to clear anything up, because I know that in the past, of course, I've said certain things that's upset people, and you know what I mean. I will stick by what I say because I only say what I feel at the time, and I still feel that QPR will struggle to win the remainder of their games.
So looking back now, do you think they were right to obviously replace Neil Warnock with Mark Hughes?
Well, it's one of those, you know what I mean? If Mark Hughes is available and the funds that he can get to spend some money and bring in who he wanted to bring in, you think to yourself, well, Mark Hughes has got experience in the Premiership. I think it was unfair on Neil Warnock at the same time. I thought that he brought them up. He done brilliantly to get them up. But we saw the documentary and you saw what was going on behind the scenes at QPR, and that was a nightmare. So you see kind of a situation that Neil Warnock had to deal with, and you have to take your hat off to him of everything what he had to deal with. But it's unfair, but that's the way football is. That's the way the football is, especially in the Premiership. Look at Wolves. Look what they've done. And they look like they're going to go. I said the same thing. But because I haven't got a son playing for Wolves, I don't see Wolves picking up another point. Really, the way their confidence is going, the way they're playing. But it's just the way it is, you know what I mean? And, I'd love to be proved wrong by both of those teams.
Just obviously, you mentioned Wolves. Terry Connor at the minute, he was never in a win-win situation by any means, but surely it's only a matter of time before the fans now start getting on his back, just like they did with Mick McCarthy.
Well, it's a strange appointment, because I feel sorry for Terry, because what does he do? You know what I mean? He's a number 2 for Mick. It's his job, it's his livelihood. They've gone for everybody they've gone for, and then all of a sudden, everybody said no for whatever reason, this and that, and I'm hearing that they're going back for Steve Bruce. And I think to myself, well, why would Steve Bruce take it now when they're even more in the mire than they were when he was offered the job in the first place? Terry Connor's there. They didn't offer him anything, and then at the end, when no one else was available, then they offer it to Terry Connor. Idling to nothing, goes up to Newcastle, they come back from 2-0 down, they get the result, and obviously after that it's been downhill. But it's for the fans, I don't know what they were expecting from Mick. Yes, it's going bad, but I think Mick would have turned that dressing room around. The disciplinarian that he is, I think he would have turned it around and he'd got the boys going. That's what it's about. I don't know what more Wolves fans are expecting from their team. You know what I mean? Of course you don't. I think Wolves should be wanting to finish in the 17th, the 15th, 16th, 17th, and be happy with that. What more do they expect with the monies they've got and the resources they've got with the manager? Now, with Terry Connor, he's being the number 2, going in as number 1 because he's the last resort for him. I can't understand. What more do they want? What can he do? What should he have? What was he doing with Mick? Was he advising Mick? He was there when Mick was doing badly. So why take him? Unless you're saying to me that Mick wasn't listening to anything that Terry was doing. Because if Terry all of a sudden is doing it now, and then they get these unbelievable results, then people say, well, geez, how comes they weren't getting those before? Weren't Mick listening to him? But now they're getting the same results as with Mick. So you think to yourself, well, he is under Mick's umbrella. So if you're going to get rid of Mick, then surely you've got to be getting rid of Terry. But like, you know, I don't understand. I don't understand how it works. And hopefully the fans won't boo him. Because what's it proving? What's it going to prove? If they get rid of Terry Connor, who else is going to come in? They should be pleased that Terry Connor said, okay, I'll do it. The guy's got he's in a no-win situation. Because, you know, if he does well and keeps them up, he's not going to get the job. New man might come in and get rid of him instantly. And if he goes with Mick, he's lost his job anyway. And it's a really scuzzy situation for him to be in. And I feel quite sorry for him. And I think that the people, the powers that be at Wolves, have made a major mistake. And I think they've got egg on their faces now. And I think Wolves will go down. And I think that they're going to have to take a large part of the responsibility for that as well.